Hey guys, and welcome to episode 12 of Surg's Skyblocks. You can see here I moved my my mob spawner a little bit farther away, and it's doing pretty well now. I did extend it out a little bit further, all the way to where basically the fans are pushing 8 blocks. Now what that does is that gives 8 blocks for stuff to spawn on. And I found that the more area that I give for the mobs to spawn on, the more that I'm getting in general. So, I think it came out pretty well. And then, again, I still have this little roof here. And that's just because if I turn on F7, you can see here, now it's red and stuff can spawn even during the day, as long as this roof's here. If I take that away, then this opening here lets in a little bit too much light. But it works just fine. And it's just a little bit of a run, but now I can be anywhere in my base, and if we give it just a second, it should start spawning almost right away. So say we're over here, and I should start to see stuff spawning and being pushed along. Sometimes I don't notice it. Oh, there we go. See, there's a creeper. So I don't have to be way over by my farm there to get stuff to spawn. So I don't have to worry about it now that it's a little farther away. I also made a little bit of obsidian, and I just finished pulverizing it, looks like. And I have some obsidian powder. And we're no longer doing anything with hoppers, so we don't need that. And the reason that I wanted some obsidian powder, or pulverized obsidian, is because I want to take some lead here, and I want to get some hardened glass. And the way to get hardened glass is here in my induction smelter. I need pulverized obsidian and some lead. So we'll give this a little bit. It's going to take a little while, but each 8 pieces of pulverized obsidian and 1 piece of lead gives me 2 hardened glass. So I should end up with about a stack of this, I think. Which was half a stack of half a stack of obsidian. So I may only end up with half a stack. We'll have to see. Yeah, it looks like I'm only going to get half a stack. That's okay, though. So I'm going to let this cook up. And the reason that I wanted that is because I'm kind of running out of storage space. And I'd like to make some better storage. But there's a couple things that I need to take care of as well. And if we look here, I had a little bit of dirt in here. And that's doing just fine. I'm going to have to eventually get more dirt. And the reason for that is because if you notice here, see how it's outputting sand? But I'm definitely running out of storage space. So I think that's the first thing that I need to hop on. So let's go ahead and grab, say, 2 stacks of oak wood. And what I'd like to make is something that might store a little bit more. What I'd like to make is some barrels. And I should be able to make a whole bunch of them. And we might as well make 2 more since I have that much more oak slabs here. Make it a nice even 20. And we'll go ahead and throw this back in here for right now. So I'm definitely going to have to get a handle on that. So let's go throw these barrels. Let's find a good home for them. I think I want my storage to be up here. And the best place for me to put these is probably going to be, I don't know, what do you think about right along here? Oop. Nope, I want my barrels out. I want to put another barrel right on top. Yeah, That looks pretty good, and we can even do stuff over on this side. I'm probably not going to be building out that way because I don't want to be too close to my mob spawner with anything that I put out there. And I purposely left this space here. Looks like I could actually use one. So that's 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more barrels. So let's go ahead and make those. And then we can start moving some of our resources. That should be enough to make 8, right? So I need 2 sets. And this will make... Oh, that'll make 5. So let's grab a little bit more in the way of wood here. And there we go. We should have all the barrels that we need. So let's go set those up and see how our hardened glass is doing. Okay, so it did make half a stack. So we'll put our barrel, all of them down right here. Perfect. And it looks really nice. That'll be a nice row of barrels, and then I can still walk down and get stuff from my mob spawner. So what I'd like to do is, first of all, just go ahead and start throwing some of this stuff in barrels. So let me go ahead and get all of my stuff cleaned out of these chests and into barrels, and then we'll get started on the next part where I'd like to get a little bit of automation. I'd like to get items from my tree farm into my barrels, and I will start with at least that part first. Okay, so I have a good amount of my resources now over here. I didn't move everything because I don't need everything over there. I will be using chests, at least for a little while, for some stuff. Now that I have a little bit more in the way of storage of at least like my metals and stuff like that, I also set up another barrel over here that I want to use for saplings. So let's get some saplings put in there, and that's why I made the hardened glass. And I'm gonna need a little bit of tin. And what I want to do is do tin, and hardened glass gets me item ducts. And they're the clear kind. I don't have to use those. I could use a different kind. Actually, I think that's silver. Yeah, I don't have a lot of tin. I could use the opaque ones, but you know what? This just looks better. And that made quite a bit. So, and don't worry, we will use them. So let's go down here, and actually before I do, I'm gonna need a pneumatic servo. So let's grab a little bit of glass and a little bit of redstone, some iron, because I'm gonna need 2. And I believe it's like this, redstone in the center and iron. Yeah, so 2 pneumatic servos. So let's go down here. And I have that barrel right there, so I want to put that on that. I want to go ahead and put in a pneumatic servo. And I need to click on it with an empty hand, and I want to tell it... Ooh, yeah, we definitely need to get this going. I want to tell it that these apple oak saplings are allowed to go in there. So, whitelist the apple oak saplings. So let's go ahead and get this here. Actually, I probably only need 1. Hopefully. And let's get this ran up right here. Nope, not right there. I might lose one of these, but it's not the end of the world. I have plenty. Yep, I lost it. It's not the best thing to do, but it's not the end of the world either. So let's go ahead and install a pneumatic servo here. Right-click it with a wrench. And we're going to tell this to go ahead and ignore the redstone signal. So it should start pulling out the apple oak saplings. Yeah, it doesn't look like it likes doing that. And that's most likely because of, with double chests, not exactly what I was looking for it to do, but with double chests, the way that it works is we want this to be an output. So let's go ahead and disable that. There we go. So that'll be an output. That'll be an output. And the way that it works is it kind of counts double chest as two separate inventories. So what we need is one more pneumatic servo. Got a piece of redstone, a little bit of glass, and I have a whole bunch of wood now. Glass, iron, redstone. So let's go ahead and install a pneumatic servo here and tell that to ignore redstone signal. There we go. So these should all make their way into that barrel. Perfect. And we can throw our wood back in here. Now we do need to do something with the sand and the other stuff, but at least getting these out really helps first. Now, I also do need to take care of this this farm here. We need to make sure that we have a good supply of dirt. So let's get another machine from thermal expansion. So thermal expansion, we want to go ahead and make, where is it? Right here, cyclic assembler. So I'm going to need 2 tin gears, 2 copper, redstone reception coil, and the basic machine, or machine frame. So let's go ahead and get that put together. And I should have a little bit more tin here. Now it's going to use up most of my tin, but that's okay for right now, because I'll just get more. Let's just grab a little bit of iron. I'm going to need 1 gold, 2 gold, 2 redstone, couple of copper, and some glass. And I should probably just put like a workbench right next to that. So let's see, cyclic assembler. So first I'm going to need a machine frame. Oh, that one's steel. So 1 machine frame. I'm going to need a redstone reception coil. Tin gears. So I'm going to need some stone gears first. There's some wood gears. I'm going to need some stone. And I think I pulverized it all down. And real quick, I'm going to tell this output here, there, that output there. So that way the dust should automatically go into the autonomous activator. Let's grab a little bit of cobblestone. So I can make 2 stone gears. And then 2 tin gears. And I think that should be everything I need. and a chest. Well, I have some chests already made, so no point in making another one. Cyclic assembler. Perfect. Now this is going to need power, and it's also going to need... Wow, I just thought of something that I don't have. Sugarcane. Well, I better get some sugarcane growing. And the best way to do that is probably just put down some water and some sand. Because I'm going to need some paper. Okay, well, unfortunately, I think we'll probably have to wait till next episode where we can use the cyclic assembler, because I'm going to need some sugarcane. But what we could go ahead and do is, let's go ahead and set up these item ducts, at least for the wood and the apples. So if I go through right here, perfect. So let's go ahead and set up, oh, I accidentally put those item ducts in there. Not what I meant to do. Let's go ahead and add an item duct here and here, and then go downstairs. And what we want to do is run it all the way over to right there. So, and it's not the best looking, but to be 100% honest, that's what this is for. Is this whole floor is for, you know, piping and access and stuff like that. So we can go right over this way and right to here. And so what that should do now is we should start seeing, so the sapling should still go up there, but the wood and the apples should start to make their way upstairs. So let's go upstairs and just make sure that everything gets put in the right place. And it might just take just a second. There they are. So there's the wood and the apples. And let's just make sure the wood should probably go, yeah, go there, and then the apples should go in the top one. There we go. So now our farm should clear out. Now the other thing that we need is we need a spot for sand. So let's just go ahead and add another one here. And that should go ahead and take care of any sand coming out of our tree farm. And there it is. So, because I was planning on putting like cobblestone, probably go and put cobblestone in one, or maybe sand, cobble, gravel, dirt. We can definitely do that. So, so this should take care of our farm, and if we go downstairs, now that chest should be completely empty. And because of the fact that we now have it hooked up, what I actually could do is we can go ahead and get rid of this chest altogether. Let's just go ahead and go straight off here and take away this one. And then we can just go ahead and... There's nothing in the chest. So we can actually just go ahead and remove it. And now that I no longer have the chest there, what I can do is, let's just go ahead and get our pneumatic servos back. And we can put these item ducts back. So stuff should start to make its way back out. And yeah, only wood can go there. Now, because this is a vacuum, in vacuum mode, it'll always make sure to try to put wood here before it sends it anywhere else. Awesome. So now we have a fully working farm. Now the only thing that we need to make sure is make sure that we put dirt back in here, which we'll be able to do next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that, I will see you guys later.